Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report and it's wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has these solutions. I've been looking at credit reports for a long time. Never, ever have I seen one that's completely accurate. Credit Sanitizer and our friends over at Blue Water Credit do a great job of helping our listeners with their credit situation. So let's get started with this one. Unravel the mystery of credit score drops. Ever seen your credit score drop suddenly? It's like your GPS rerouting when you thought you were on the right road, right? Today we'll explore some reasons why this happens. Stay tuned on Ron Singer Radio, where we navigate the financial world together. Imagine waking up one morning to see your credit score is dipped. Surprised? Don't be. Several factors might contribute to this, and we're going to break down a few of them. One reason could be late payments. Later missed payments can make your score stumble, as payment history plays a huge role in credit score calculations. Maxing out credit cards, that's a pitfall. Utilization ratio, or the amount of your credit limit you're using, can significantly impact your score. Too many hard inquiries? Lenders may think you're desperate for credit and could pose a risk. So be mindful when applying for new credit. Also, closing old credit accounts and opening new ones can also shift your score. It's all about maintaining a good balance. And let's not forget about public records, bankruptcy, tax liens, or court judgments can hit your credit score hard. But remember, not all drops are bad. Sometimes a small dip could be because of good debt, like a new mortgage. Now, it'll generally be for a short time period, but the good debt can help you over time because of the credit mix. That's one portion of your credit score is the mix. And people don't always look at that because they look at things that they know. What is the number one question we get from people having questions about their credit is they don't want to run their credit because that's going to hurt their score. Well, on the mortgage side, running credit accounts for 10% of your score. It's one of the lowest things that affects your score. Credit utilization, 30%. Paying your bills on time, 35%. So think about that. Those two are 65% of your score, and you control them very, very easily. Having your credit checked. And yes, you can run your credit. Heck, you can go to annualcreditreport.com and run your credit right now because of still some of the COVID things through the end of this year. I believe the time is once a week. It does not give you your score, but it lets you look at your credit. Now, full disclosure, RSR money, which we do provide to our listeners at no cost, is not a FICO credit score. It is a Vantage score. So you can look at that and get an idea of the trajectory of your score, but that doesn't give you a true FICO score. If you're needing a true FICO score, well, obviously we do it for free when you're applying for a loan. Very, very simple. Our team also can do them if it's a good for cause. We can do a soft pull to see if you are in the game for a credit report. So for a loan. So that's a soft pull. You may have to get on a plan. Now, you can also challenge errors on your credit report. I would caution you to make sure you do it the right way. The bureaus put an easy button right there that says dispute. And I'm going to tell you that's not the right way. Because basically they're giving you a very, very short space to tell them why you're challenging what they have to say. And I'm going to tell you that, it's just the way it is. You're not going to be able, they're going to give you like 140 characters. It's kind of like challenging your credit on Twitter, right? That doesn't work that way. You can't challenge your credit on Twitter. So, you got to send a written letter in the proper format with the proper documentation. What is the proper documentation? Well, that's dealing with making sure that you've got your driver's license, social security card, and a utility bill that you can send with the documentation. Why do they want all that stuff? Well, they want to prove that it's you. And even once you prove that it's you, a lot of times they're going to send you a form letter that says, I don't believe it's you. Why they do it? It's because they don't care. They make more money, my opinion. They make more money by having your credit scores low. Do you think that the credit card companies for the 800 FICO individual, they're buying that data? No, because that person can go anywhere. Now, there might be some A+ credit card companies that do buy it, but the vast majority of the credit card companies, they want the challenged or the lower FICO borrower because they can charge them more interest. They can be the ones up there at 25 and 30% interest because the FICO scores are low. So you want to make sure you're constantly working on that. That's why I tell you, creditsanitizer.com, creditsanitizer.com. Go there, register, have a free consultation with our friends over at Blue Water Credit. See what makes sense for you. Now, you may be wanting to consult with them and hire them, retain them, because they know what they're doing. They've got back doors to the credit bureaus, nothing illegal, but because of how many people they're helping, they've got ways of getting to the credit bureaus that the average individual does not. But they know when they look at your report, what items to challenge, what items not to challenge, what items you should pay, what items you should not pay. Should not pay? Right, because if you go and pay something that's old, that's having a very minimal effect on your score, by paying it, you are re-aging it. And now it's going to cause a bigger drop in your FICO score. So maybe the solution is paying that through your escrow. That way there's proof from the lender that it's paid, and it also takes care of not showing up too soon, because what will end up happening then is your score will drop a little bit once you pay it. But our friends over at Blue Water Credit know how to even negotiate to potentially have that that removed from your credit, or maybe even have it cost, negotiate it for payment for less than the full balance. That's your Credit Matters segment, brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report, it is wrong. What are you doing about it?